Well, I'm very honored to be asked to speak to you for a few minutes this evening about my journey in Mary Kay. And this is, it's very fun for me to share, and at the same time, after 22 years, a little nerve-wracking still. Can you believe that? I think we get a little bit nervous, because someone told me if you're nervous, it just means you want to do a good job. And that's true. Okay, who's ever been driven by a dream? Has anyone been driven by a plan? What did Martin Luther King say? I have a dream. Right. He didn't say I have a plan. Everybody else would have gone home. But they really came to see him say, I have a dream. When I joined 22 years ago, you saw on the slide that I was searching. I wasn't sure what I was searching for, but I definitely was a searching woman. I didn't feel fulfilled with the go to work, come home, cook the dinner, kiss the kid, go to sleep, wake up, get some coffee. Crying baby, take to daycare, thank God. Go to work, come home, clean the house, cook dinner, flop in bed, and do it all again tomorrow. Anyone feel that way? Just a mundane routine. I was not feeling fulfilled. I did know that. But what do you do about that? Well, I had discovered over my years in Mary Kay and my years in life that your personal reality becomes your personality. I'll say that again. Your personal reality becomes your personality. I think I was a little stressed. I think I was probably a little bit fearful. If you know some of my background, that's it for another day. But at the same time, I know I was hopeful, and I know I wanted more, but I wasn't sure how to get more of it, or even what it was. What was it? I just knew I wanted more of it or something, and I did know I wanted to be happy. I did know I wanted to feel confident and good and smile more. I did know that. So guess what? I did eventually find out what it was, and I'm going to share that with you in a bit. I suppose we could say it starts with a mindset, but rather, for me, I think it starts with a heart set, where your heart is. And I know I was a hungry person, hungry for more. I was curious. And something I think that's really important, and I talked to my son about this, is being open. I was definitely open for something, but for what? So I started to say, So I want you guys all to say that with me, and long, like, Do you know when you do that, you actually signal both the left-hand side of your brain and the right-hand side of your brain? Do that again. So what if? What were the possibilities? As you heard, I did move here from Canada. I went to school to be a dental hygienist, and I graduated. I got married out of college. I went to MCC. I guess I like to be busy. I wasn't really sure what to do with my extra time. I just always worked. I started working young, like when I was 14 years old. That's a really good characteristic too, if you're sharing with people. Ask a woman how old she was when she started her first job. Typically, it's a good indicator of success. So I went to apply for a waitressing job. That's how I put myself through college, was waitressing. Anybody here waitress? Or bartend, like tips, you get the most amount of money, least amount of time. I went in to apply for a waitressing job, and I came out with an appointment to hear about Mary Kay. And it was a man that introduced me to Mary Kay. He said, my wife is about to earn her first free car. Would you like to hear more about it? And I know he peeked out in the parking lot, saw what I was driving, and said, we must help this girl. So his wife, true to her word, called me. Now, do you believe in, what do they call that, serendipitous moments? Like, my life changed that day. I can tell you that now. That day when it was happening, I didn't know that that was happening, but that's the So I met Rebecca over coffee at a coffee shop. We were strangers that truly became fast friends. She just started flipping through a book. I can't remember everything that she said, but I remember who she was, the human being that she was. And thank you for that compliment, Lisa, too, because I said about Rebecca, I said, I don't know what I have to do, but perhaps if I hang out with this woman a little bit longer, maybe she'll rub off on me. Have you ever been in the presence of someone like that? Trust it. I mean, your intuition is one of your greatest gifts. You must trust that. So I do remember her flipping through, and she was about to pick up her first free car. And I was like, who gets a car anyway? Like, how does that happen? So she definitely piqued my curiosity. I think I was probably sitting on her lap by the time the appointment was over, because I'm leaning in. She probably knew she had a hot one there. But what she did not do was the most important thing. She did not say at the end of the appointment, Shelley, do you want to sell Mary Kay? Because the answer would have been no. I had never tried Mary Kay before. I had never really sold anything. I didn't know her, and I didn't know anyone. I ended up staying after school, getting married. I did not go back to Canada, so I had no real friends or anybody, acquaintances to speak of. But what she did say is, if I promise to teach you to do what I do, would you want to learn? And I was like, well, yeah, I could learn. I could learn anything. And I joined Mary Kay that day. Never doubt your intuition. That was maybe a little it there, probably a big it. My personal reality was starting to change. And I watched my personality evolve. Watching your personality evolve or moving through life is really not something you can plan for. It's not something you can think through, but it is definitely something you can trust. If you pay attention, you're open and you're aware, and you can move through it. And truly, as what you've heard tonight, I found a safe place with these women, where I didn't always feel safe, even like within myself. I questioned things a lot, but I found a safe place with these women. So you're hearing a lot of recognition and celebration tonight, and I want to tell you something very interesting. Everyone starts the same way in Mary Kay. You can become a beauty consultant, and then you can choose to promote yourself if you want to. When you become a beauty consultant, there is tons of recognition, there's tons of celebration, and the spotlight is on you. When you move up the career path and you get team members, this is the most blessed part. You get to take that spotlight now and shine it on other people. That is one of the biggest blessings. So it comes off of you, it goes on to other people. This business is truly about a person's ability to receive. I'm going to explain more about that in a minute. Think about that, your capacity and your ability to receive things in your life. How many of you give, and you give, and you give, and you pour from the pitcher, and you give, and you give, and you put the pitcher down, and it's empty? And people sometimes feel guilty about receiving things. So I'm going to unfold some of these it's for you that have come out of my Mary Kay starter kit. And I'm going to follow Mary Kay Ash's 6 most important things list in her true fashion. You got to read her autobiography, because the $35,000 list is in there, and it is definitely gold. And I think the autobiography is over there. And that is our beautiful starter kit. That starter kit did not look like that when I joined BSN, by the way. I think it was a box that had Velcro and stuck to everybody's pantyhose. So that's a gorgeous bag, and I think Michelle's going to share a little bit more about our beautiful starter kit. I think someone might be going home with a half-price starter kit tonight. So I'm asking you to be open. So here are some of my it's. Number 1 that I received from my Mary Kay business, and you cannot put a price tag on it, is confidence. Confidence is that intangible essence that you can just sense in a person. It is quiet, it is calm, but it's also a force to be reckoned with. It's different than charisma. We can be charismatic, and we can bounce and have fun, but where do you land in who you be and your confidence? How many of you would love to say that you are unshakable? Like, I am unshakable. Now this goes back to a woman's capacity to receive. Can you receive recognition and applause? Can you stand proud? Shoulders back, chin up? I think a lot of us, when we're lacking confidence, we want to kind of do this. Who, me, not me? I want you to think, when I let my light shine, it gives permission for other people to do the same. Can you receive love? It's about receiving feedback. Not criticism, feedback. It's about receiving money. It's okay to take money for a service well done. It is the best in Mary Kay when a woman pinches your cheeks and kisses your face, hands you money, and you go, oh my gosh, this was the greatest thing ever. And another thing is receiving compliments. A great lesson I learned in Mary Kay was actually being able to receive a compliment. This is super important. So people would comment, oh, your hair is so nice, or your outfit is so nice, and I would always be like, oh, this old thing? Or one day, I think Rebecca got so frustrated with me, she spun around in the parking lot and said to me, just say thank you. And I was like, okay, thank you. You know? But the more I said that, I didn't know what to say. Like what do you say when someone says your hair looks great? Yeah, I know. You know, it's not being like, you're not being full of yourself, but when you say thank you, you're actually thanking the giver of the compliment. Think about that, okay? So you all look gorgeous today.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and handsome, might I add. A couple of men here too. Thank you guys for being here. You know, Mary Kay Ash would always say, a woman who stands behind her, a man who stands behind his woman makes her a woman and a half, so thank you. Number 2, priorities. Faith, family, and career lived in that order begins to create a harmony and a hum in your life. Use your family and children as a reason to work and to work on yourself rather than an excuse. When you work with commitment over emotion, you will go from excuse-ridden to success-driven. Your reasons and your purpose are right in front of you if you're looking at your kids, or if you're looking at your husband, or your spouse. We call them spouses or spice. You could be a boyfriend or you could be a spice. I think I like spice. So when they're in front of you, they are your reason. What if you don't have children or a family? This business is actually about empowering yourself to empower others. That's a big responsibility. And I know that you guys are up for that. And you have no idea whose dream is attached to your life. And I say thank you, Lisa, for having the courage to fly. I really do. Because we know these women that are sitting beside you, their dreams are attached and they're watching, right? We're all watching Lisa and here to celebrate her, so thank you very much. Number 3, fun. Need I say more? This is the tribe, right? We learn by example, we mimic people that we love. You can copy any cats, just copy the right cat. Follow someone that's going in the direction that you want to go in life. Forget the rest. I learned how to be a good mother in Mary Kay. I will say, I watched these beautiful women that you met up here were my mentors in being a good mom. Oh, you're not supposed to do that? Okay, check it. I won't do that to Aiden next time. He's okay though, he's survived. He's 21. Number 4, security, money. And security as a person and for my future. Part of my drive to earn more money in the beginning really did come from fear-based. Fear of not having enough, fear that things were going to run out. My brother and I, at one point, because of choices that happened in my home, were homeless growing up. That is scary. We had no choices, we were stuck, and knowing that I could have a plan B in Mary Kay was equal security for me. I did it a little bit, and I did it a little bit more, and a little bit more. As a matter of fact, I worked my dental hygiene career alongside my Mary Kay business for 7 years. And then I gave up dental hygiene a little bit, and I gave it up a little bit more. So I was a stepper. I wasn't really much a leaper or a jumper, and definitely a crock pot versus a microwave. You've met some microwaves. Our MC, Rankin, was a microwave. She gets it done. She can make decisions like really quick. Me, I need to marinate on things. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not so good, okay, in thinking. So imagine paying down debt and increasing your savings account. Money will not buy you happiness, but it will definitely buy you choices. And I want you to say, Say it again. Imagine that. What would an extra few $100s do for your household each month? It just feels good too. Okay, legacy. What you leave behind, this is number 5, what you leave behind and what you are remembered for is very, very important. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to arrive at the pearly gates in a tight, neat package. I'm here. Rather, you're supposed to roll in sideways with your hair on fire going, whoa, what a ride. Life was great. Spend all of your time here living, dreaming big, and saying, what if? What will people say about you when you're gone? I asked my son actually about this. I was afraid that I was working a lot, and I'm like, I wonder what his perspective is, because it's just him and I, and he sees me coming and going, and I see him coming and going, and I said, do you think I work a lot? I fully expected him to say yes. He goes, I'm pretty sure that you have more fun than you do work. He goes, but the thing is, he said, I know that you do enjoy your work. And I just want you to know, from a child's perspective, that was a real big deal to me. And last but not least, energy and time is one of the top things I have pulled out of my Mary Kay Starter Kit. Energy and time are sacred, period. They are not up for grabs. They are not available to anyone else for free. They are yours. You get to decide where you're going to put them. I have a question for you guys. Do you believe that you can actually create the life you want?
Yes. Yes.
Good. You can create the life you want when you spend time where you are most fulfilled and that you fall in line with your priorities. I wonder in life sometimes if the dog is wagging the tail or if the tail is wagging the dog. Think about that for a minute. Your energy will come from your passion. You will become like the people that you spend your time with. So, are we investing time? I truly believe here tonight, spending time with you, you beautiful people here, that I'm investing my time with you, because when you work for yourself, those things pay dividends, dividends of the heart, certainly dividends of the pocketbook when we have our customers and so on, but you can't put a price tag on those relationships. Or we can just go spend time every day in a job, or the unfulfillment of get up, go to work, drink the coffee, come home, fall in bed, do the dinner, maybe, you know. You don't want to be doing that all the time, I'm pretty sure. And let me close with this. Many people are here in new positions in their businesses, in new positions in their head, and new positions in their heart, because someone courageous decided to do something different. I encourage people to drop from the thought of what if, to drop into the heart of what if? What if I could make a difference with a Mary Kay Starter Kit? What if I could help a friend with her business? Don't look to the past. The past is over. Don't try to predict the future. That is still to be determined. Focus on today, rather, and what you can control, and your tomorrows will unfold by what you choose to do today, but also what you choose not to do today. Today is the present. Today is the present, and that is truly the gift. The best life, you guys, is when you live life moment to moment and be willing to be surprised. Are you willing to be surprised? And all of those things that make you go, Thank you.